course, everyone knows the Masters actually starts as we're recording this today. The Masters first round is on Thursday, which is tomorrow. And so this is a great time to kind of talk about it. I don't know how much you follow golf, Matt, but you know, this is the fun time of the year when golf just kind of takes the forefront, and there's nothing like the Masters. It may be, for the sport that it serves, it may be the biggest event of all of them. When you say that, I mean, it's certainly up there with the Super Bowl for sure. What are your thoughts on the Masters week coming up?
Having been there, like I got my father-in-law is a retired golf coach. I got to go to a practice day Tuesday. He won the lottery and invited me with a couple others. And I mean, just the coolest experience. You really do feel like you went back in time a little bit. Actually, no, I'm not going to say back in time. You feel like you're not in a real place. I mean, it is, you can't bring your phone. You just leave your phone in the car. You're walking on carpet that is grass, but you can't believe that it's grass. It is, oddly enough, the cheapest concessions you will ever find. They keep the prices what they are. I mean, it is just like they say, a tradition unlike any other.
I saw that the other day. I don't know if you saw that, but someone posted a menu for this year.
Yes.
And you can literally, for $75, you could buy everything on the menu.
Yeah. And it's a pretty extensive menu and pretty good. I mean, I don't know, man. It was just something about it that was it was a unique experience. I loved everything about it. It's always been kind of, I don't know, my dad and I have always loved golf. We have, every year we used to do a top 10, like pick 10 golfers and let's see who gets the most out of the top 10. And now with my wife's family and my dad, we do every year for every major. But of course, the first one is the Masters. We pick one golfer in the top 10 of the world rankings, 2 of the 11 through 25, 2 after 25. I keep track of who does the best. You know, one year I won 3 of the 4 majors. I went into the last one trying to win a Grand Slam against everybody, and I couldn't do it. You know, we just have fun with it. It's so cool. I really, really love it.
Yeah, I wanted to look at, just see here, and again, I don't want to regurgitate things that are already out there, but just to kind of give us an idea of what to expect this tournament. I enjoy following golf. I don't honestly have enough time in my day to A, number one, get to play much, and B, get to watch it at least to this point. I mean, there's been basketball, baseball, all that kind of stuff going on. But this is kind of where the golf season actually begins, almost with the Masters.
Yeah.
I don't feel too far behind. But, of course, Scottie Scheffler going into this one is listed as the favorite. And, again, yours and mine ability to understand what these odds mean has been well documented on this podcast. We don't look at these things. We don't bet.
Yeah.
But it does tell me who the favorite is, of course. So for Scottie Scheffler is a plus 440 odds on that. I really don't know what that means. I just know he's at the top of the list. This surprised me a little bit with Jon Rahm being the next best odds to win, and of course defending champ Rory McIlroy comes in tied with Bryson DeChambeau at 1075. And then a lot of these other names I don't understand are really real. Or know who a lot of these guys are. But the thing for me is, and it kind of dampens it a little bit for me, is that this is the first time since '94 where you won't have Tiger Woods or Phil Mickelson at the Masters. That seems historic to me to say that.
It is. Yeah, and I mean, it's time. It really is. The game, as great as they are, the game has truly passed them. There's no doubt about that, obviously, for various reasons on and off the course for both of them. But yeah,
Well,
that is
of
a
course,
big
until a
deal.
couple of weeks ago, Tiger was of course planning on being at the Masters, and then he's going to be at another place. Of course, we all know he's entered a rehab facility, and good for him. I mean, good for him to realize that's what he needs, and
Yeah.
man, and I probably should have said something about this before. Just it would have been more timely, but I just want to say it now. Painkillers are one of the most addictive things that you can put in your body.
Yep.
And Tiger has struggled with that. And you see so many athletes that do that. It's way more prevalent than even the news would have you indicate. And we hear a lot about it, right? But I mean, just think about how addicted we are to aspirin or Tylenol. I mean, I know I am.
Yeah.
Every little ache and pain that I get, you don't want to power through it. You take something, and I know that's not at anywhere near the level that Tiger's dealing with, but I'm glad to see that he's finally admitted that he's got a problem and he's seeking some help.
Yeah.
The golf game is better when Tiger is involved. I don't care how old he gets. Just having him at your event makes all the difference in the world still.
Well, one of the things you wanted to talk about was Masters memories. And, 2019, when Tiger won what is going to be his last major to win, I'm watching the Masters. My boys at the time, they're 12 and 15 at that time. So, they're not really into it, but I dragged them out of their rooms to come watch Tiger putt on the 18th to say, look, you guys are sports fans, and it would be pretty cool one day to say you remember watching Tiger win the Masters, because that was something else. It was, because people don't know nowadays. If you've only followed golf for the past 10 years, you don't know. You look at the list, and Jack's still number one on the list for majors, but nobody has been as dominant as what Tiger was for a stretch. I mean, it was in any sport. Nobody has dominated the way Tiger Woods dominated golf. And I mean, it was just remarkable. I mean, you never went into a major asking, will Tiger win? It was always, how big will his lead be? Which is just unheard of. And so that's the memory that kind of is etched in my brain, is him winning it in 2019 and just getting that one more after kind of going through some stuff. But that was a cool moment.
Well, I hope he can get it together, because again, like I said, I would love to see him pull it off here at the end of his career and work another miracle.
Yeah.
But he's got to get himself right personally. And again, it just is a kind of an indication of we never really know what someone's going through, especially someone who is as famous as Tiger Woods. I mean,
Yeah.
We're all human and we all go through the same things. And I'm pulling for Tiger. I really am. To be able to fix his life the way that we would like to see it. And but more, not just for us, but for him, obviously. But that's going to be kind of a bummer that he's not there. And of course, Phil has backed out as well due to some. I think it's been framed as a health issue in his family. But yeah, it's going to be kind of weird not seeing those two out there walking the course, whether or not they had any odds at all to win it at all. It's just nice to see them on your TV screen still.
It is. And to address kind of, you mentioned the favorites, it's interesting. Scheffler is the favorite. He's the world number one. Scheffler's not playing well right now. And he would be the first one to admit that. This is not like some duffer out here making an assessment of it. You expect Scottie Scheffler to be in the top 10 of every tournament. Lately, he's skirting by to just barely make the cut. Jon Rahm has won there before. Spaniards always have a good history there. I'm picking him in my five. I'm picking him for sure. The one of my top 10 golfers that I'm really leaning into is Xander Schauffele, who I I think is due. He's won I think a British and or a PGA. He has been in the top 10 and top 5 of Masters just over and over and over again. Like, even when he's not in the mix to win it, you look up and it's like he shot a 68 on the last day and there he is in ninth. He's always right there. And so I'm kind of, my prediction is that we will see him kind of jump into the fray and finally get one. But we'll see. There's a lot of good golfers. I do think Rahm will be good. I think DeChambeau will be there as well. But no one's going to be shocked if Scottie or Rory are right there. I mean, they're number 1 and number 2 in the world.
It's going to be a great weekend, and there's nothing like Masters Sunday, right?
Yeah.
It's very similar to the Final Four. And so anyway, we're looking forward to that this week.
I tell you, I have never canceled church for a sporting event. I have thought about it on the Sunday at the Masters. Sunday night, I have thought about it. I won't lie. Never did it, but I've thought about it.
Well, we'll continue to pray for you on that, brother.